Your VA check changes every year, and most veterans have no idea how the raise is actually decided or how to make sure they get every dollar of it. Stay with me because I am going to show you how the VA pay raise works and the two things that can quietly cost you money every single month. I am A. Perkins, former U.S. Air Force nuclear missile launch officer and disabled veteran. I am the author of 6 Amazon best-selling books, all 6 ranked in the top 100 of their categories. 2 of them, How to File a Winning VA Disability Claim, and Burn Pits, Agent Orange and the PACT Act, are ranked in the top 10 of the entire disability law category. No one else in the veteran space has that. Not the law firms, not the big consultants. That is why the method I am about to give you is proven, not theory. I am also the creator of the AVOY Veteran Navigator AI. And stick around to the very end because I have something for you. I am giving away a free copy of my book, VA Disability Claims for Beginners, the whole book free to the first 1,000 subscribers. Stay with me and I will show you exactly how to grab yours. The raise is called COLA, the cost of living adjustment. Here's the simple version. Each fall, the government measures how much prices went up over the year using an inflation index. It announces a percentage, usually in October. That same percentage is applied to VA disability compensation. It takes effect in December and shows up in the payment at the end of December. So the VA raise is not random and it is not a favor. It is tied by law to the cost of living. When prices go up, your compensation is supposed to keep pace automatically. The most recent adjustment was 2.8%. Every rated veteran got that bump automatically, no paperwork required. And the next one works the same way. Watch for the announcement in the fall, and the new amount will hit your December payment. You never apply for COLA, and you never have to chase it. That part takes care of itself. But there are 2 things you do need to check, because the raise is only ever as big as the number it is calculated from, and this is where veterans quietly lose money. Check number 1, your dependents. Once you're rated at 30% or higher, adding eligible dependents, a spouse, children, or dependent parents, increases your monthly amount. But the VA doesn't add them for you. Think about how often a family changes. You get married, you have a child. A child turns 18 but stays in school, which can keep them eligible. A parent becomes financially dependent on you. Every one of those can raise your monthly amount, and every one of them is on you to report. The fix is the 21686C to add or update dependents. If you got married 3 years ago and never updated it, you may have been leaving money on the table every month since. Do it, and every future COLA raises a bigger number. Check number 2, and this is the big one. Are you even rated correctly? A COLA raise is a percentage of your current rating. If your rating is too low, or you have secondary conditions you never claimed, then every raise is just a percentage of a number that should have been higher in the first place. Let me show you how that compounds. Say 2 veterans both get the same percentage raise. One is rated where he should be. The other is underrated and never claimed the sleep apnea secondary to his service-connected condition, or the depression that came with chronic pain. The same percentage applied to the underrated veteran gives him a smaller raise every year, forever. The gap doesn't close, it grows. This is where most money is lost, not in the raise itself, but in an underrated claim that the raise is calculated from. Fix the rating first, add the secondaries you actually have, and every future raise is worth more. So let me hand you the 2 places to look. First, the secondaries veterans most often leave unclaimed. Sleep apnea tied to another service-connected condition, radiculopathy running down the leg from a service-connected back, migraines, irritable bowel issues, and depression or anxiety that came with chronic pain. If any of those describe you and they trace back to a condition already connected to your service, that is rating sitting on the table. Second, if you are already at the top and severely disabled, ask about special monthly compensation. SMC is extra compensation above the 100% level in certain serious situations, like loss of use of a limb or needing the regular aid and attendance of another person. Most veterans have never heard of it, and it is real money the COLA then raises too. And understand how VA rating math actually works because it surprises everyone. The VA does not simply add your percentages. 70 plus 50 does not make 120. The VA combines them on a sliding scale, so each new condition adds a little less than the last. That is exactly why claiming every condition and every secondary matters, and why an underrated file quietly caps what any raise can do. If the combined math confuses you, that is normal, and it is one of the things the navigator walks through with you. And there is one more path most veterans never ask about: TDIU, unemployability. If your service-connected conditions keep you from holding steady, gainful work, you may be paid at the 100% rate even when your combined rating adds up to less. For the right veteran, that is one of the largest increases available, and every COLA then raises that bigger amount too. If that sounds like your situation, it is worth asking about before you settle for the number you have. Here is the money move when you fix an underrating. If your rating goes up, the increase can reach back to your effective date, which can mean back pay, not just a bigger check going forward. Filing an intent to file first protects that earlier date while you gather evidence. So a rating fix can pay you twice, once in back pay and again in every COLA after it. Let me make the dependent point concrete without putting dollars on the screen. Say you're rated at 70% and you got married 2 years ago, but never told the VA. Adding your spouse with the 21686C raises your monthly amount, and depending on when you married, some of it may reach back. Now every future COLA is a percentage of that higher number, spouse included. One form, filed once, that keeps paying you every year for the rest of your life. And learn to read your award letter. It shows your combined rating, the dependents on file, and your effective date. If a dependent is missing or a date looks wrong, that is money to chase down now, not later. One more thing on the raise itself so you understand it. That inflation index the government uses measures the everyday cost of living, the price of the things a household actually buys. When that goes up, the law says your compensation should follow. So a COLA is not the VA being generous. It is the VA keeping a promise, and your job is just to make sure the number it lands on is the right one. I'm not going to put exact dollar amounts on the screen because your amount depends on your rating and your dependents. For the current official rates, go to v-a.gov. And to figure out whether your rating and your dependents are set up to capture every dollar, that's where the navigator comes in. One next step, go to avoyvet.com and ask the AVOY Veteran Navigator AI 2 questions. Are my dependents on file? And is my rating capturing everything it should? Free, no login. Hit the like button and subscribe. When you subscribe, you get a free copy of my book, VIA Disability Claims for Beginners. Free for the first 1,000 subscribers. Claim it in the description. It puts this in front of another veteran who needs it. I'm A. Perkins. My 2 VA books, How to File a Winning VA Disability Claim and Burn Pits, Agent Orange, and the PACT Act, are Amazon bestsellers, top 10 in disability law, educational only. I don't file or represent claims, and I'm not the VA. Got your 6.